Hey everyone, I'm Samik Agarkar and welcome to Agak Media Academy. This is the second part of making us a shield in Blender. So in the last video we were here, we made a awesome looking shield in Blender and we did all the modeling part. Now what is remaining is the texturing part, right? And I have already shown you how to model things. I have already shown you how to texture things. Texture coordinate nodes, the video for that has been the highest viewed video on this YouTube channel, so maybe this video also gets that amount of likes and views, I hope. And let's move forward with texturing this video, this shield video shield. Anyways, now the first thing that we got to do is first of all save this shield, because I haven't saved the shield as of now. Let's make a new folder right here in my projects. Let's call it shield. Okay, I was working on some face. I'll show you those faces afterwards. Shield. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just post up the link to this file on my website. So if you log into the website and if you just, it is very free, it is going to be free. Just have to log into the website. You will get this file for free for you to use. The textures, you will have to do it yourself. If you want the one with the entire textures one, I'll put up it on some other platform, maybe Patreon or something like that, and I'll just put the link in the description below. But if you want to download this model as it is right now, you can do it from the link in the description below. It will be the link for my website, from where you can download. Once you have subscribed, once you have logged in from your Google account, you can download this file from the website itself for use. You can use any way you want. I'm not going to judge or any way. I don't even want the credits for that. If you give me the credits for this shield, if you're using this shield in your games or something like that, it would be awesome. But even if you don't, I wouldn't mind, because the only thing that I want is for you guys to get hold of beautiful things and just create beautiful stuff. Anyways, a lot of talking right here. Let's go to the UV editing part, because that is what we want to do. Select all, and yes, one more thing that we need to do is we have to apply this mirror modifier, because here you can see, if we go to the UV editing part, you will see only one section or one side of it is being unwrapped, and that is not what we want, because when we unwrap only one side of it and just mirror out the second part, then the texture will also be mirrored, right? We don't want that, so we have to first apply the mirror modifier. Let's apply the mirror modifier. Here goes apply. Okay, once a mirror modifier has been applied, now if you go to the edit mode, you can see the entire shield is editable, and you can make changes to the shield if you want. Maybe you want this shield has been something like broken from one side, so you can do that as well. Maybe it has been broken from one side, so you can do some changes like this one to your shield. Maybe someone hit it there and it just bend it out, so something like that you can do. I'm not going to do that, and we're just going to focus on this part. Okay, whatever that we have right now. Again, we have this mirror modifier applied, and let's go to the UV editing right now. Select all and U for unwrap, and just unwrap it out, right? We are not very much worried about the other things like scaling and stuff like that, because it has been if you look at this model, you can very easily see that it is very easy to follow. There is nothing like overlapping or something like that going on, so don't need to worry about that. We're just going to focus on this. Just plain unwrap would do the job, I know, because by experience. But let's get it done now. Let's go to the texture pane, shading part. Okay, so here in the shading, first of all we need a base. Let's call this base wood, let's say. Okay, let's go to a website where we can find wood textures to apply wood, and one of the best ways is C0 textures. You can use other websites as well, or you can create your own images, or you can just use some other images. If you clip it from somewhere else, you can do that from there as well. This is just one great way to get hold of shader materials. I want wood. Let's find a good wood which can be used for a shield. Maybe a textured wood like this, but better. Wood. Cool. Wood. I don't want wood flooring. I just want wood. A dark brown wood would look would look better. They're just fun with the words. Wood. This one will look really nice, I think, and you know, the texture right here, this will look really nice. Let's, you know, keep this in mind. This one here, you always have to, you know, search for textures which are going to look better. Now, because this is also wood, this is also wood, but these are, you know, slabs. This also is, you know, textured slab wood. This is not something that anyone would use on the materials, right? So you have to look at that also. This is the only one that I liked. I think we are going to use this one, and I am okay using the 1k as well, right? 1k would do too. I mean, I don't want to go for 2k. It is just going to increase the size. Maybe you can use this model for your games. Then if you are using it for games, you don't want the textures to be very so high quality that, you know, the size of the image just increases by multifolds. Let's cut it out. Let's get it done to the my project shield. We can just simply paste it here. That would do. Or maybe make a folder called wood, and then we can just put it down here. We also want metal. Let's get hold of a metal as well, because we want the borders, these borders, to be of metallic shape, but a rusty metal, right? Rusty metal. Something like this would really look good. I am liking this one, so let's just download this up. I am not happy with the amount of, you know, the size of this, but anyways, who cares? Let's start download. Yep, open it up, copy all of them, and let's go to shield. Let's create one more called as rusty iron, and let's paste it here. And we also want leather, okay, for the strap. So leather, a brown leather or a, you know, dirty leather would look really good. Let's search if I can find a dirty leather. I don't, these leathers are really very smooth for, you know, good for bags and stuff like that, school bags or women bag. Something like this would do. This leather is a little bit rusty, and yeah, there will be third video, because just putting up the textures onto this is not going to do the job. We will also have to unwrap it. What it is called as, I forgot the name. Yeah, all we got to do is to reduce the size of the textures. You want every textures to be on just one image. Right now we are, as you can see here, we are using 3 different textures, and all those 3 different, let's call it leather, LEATH here. Yeah, so these 3 different textures are, you know, of very huge size. If you just look at the size of this one, it is of 11 MBs, okay, 11 MB, and this shield file is of, see, look at this, it is only not even 1 MB. So of course you can understand that if you are going to use these many materials for just one shield, the size of the image and also the load times for your games and even the optimizations for the game is going to, you know, suffer a lot. So what we have to do is we have to remap it to one single texture, and that is what we are going to do in the next video. So this video is for just texturing, and for the next video we are just going to remap all the textures to just one texture to optimize it the best way possible. And let's get started with this one. Basewood, I want the basewood texture. All we got to do is just select this, Control T, I think, yes, selecting that, and Control T just opens up this thing right here. We can go to shield, we want wood, and just all of them. Okay, so this is really nice. This is because of one very great add-on that I'm using. It comes with pre-installed with Blender, and that is called as Node Wrangler. Okay, Node Wrangler, this one. So just turn it on and select the principled BSDF shader, principled BSDF node, and just Control T it, and it will just open up the window. Just select all the textures that you want to use, and all this setup will be done by it, and it is just very helpful, right? I mean, is it too difficult to set these things up, all of this garbage? No, it is quite easy, but just because we have the opportunity to get things done very quickly, we're just going to use that one, right? Okay, so that is that. I need one. Yeah, so what we can do is we'll have these bars as metallic and the outside one as metallic, and everything else should stay wooden as the way it is. I'm liking the way it is looking right now. Let's keep it as it is. Okay, now let's move on to UV editing, I think. Yeah, because here now we want to have a new vertex group. Okay, and vertex groups are really very easy to set up. We just need face to go into the face mode. We just have to select the faces, or what we can do is right here we can have this mirroring turned on. It is not even working, right? Forget that. Okay, so manually we'll have to do all of this thing, and don't worry, it is easy. We just want to create a new vertex group and call it metal VG, and VG for vertex group. Okay, cool, and assign it. You just have to select all of the vertex faces that are going to come inside of this metallic group, and just keep on adding it. Okay, now I do understand this is a little bit difficult and a little bit time consuming to work with, but dude, this is what modeling is. It takes time. It is not that easy. It takes time. There might be better ways to do these things, but I mean, manually also, just the way to move ahead with all of this is just have something to listen, maybe, or listening to some songs and stuff like that, and then while listening to songs you can carry forward these tedious jobs of modeling and rendering parts. Okay, it is difficult, I am not, and it is also time consuming. I'm not saying no to it, but you got to do it when you got to do it, right? So let's just forget about the amount of work that we have to do, and let's just focus on what we got to do. Okay, it is tedious, I can see, and I mean, there is no point in me speeding it up also, because I am anyways not going to edit any portions of this video, so I don't want to increase work for myself. I'm just going to move ahead with whatever I have right now and just move along. That is the best way that I think I can get done. And of course, these things will be getting easier to you once you are doing it for longer periods of time. Now, if you do it first time, it might be very daunting for you to understand what is even going on. But once you get the hold of it, once you understand what exactly you got to do, it becomes a little bit easy, right? I like to keep assigning it to this metal group. This is what exactly you have to do. Keep assigning it, because if you select something else, it is just easy to reassign, get whatever you have done till now, not lose the things that you have already done. Because the last thing that you want is to deselect something and assign it to something different, and just lose all the hard work that you have done till now, right? So just keep assigning it and keep doing all of this hard work is the only thing that I can say right now. because even I am, short of words. Seriously, to be honest, I am short of words. I don't know what to say right now because this is really tedious. It takes a lot of time, and that's why modeling is difficult. Not everyone can do the modeling stuff and the 3D asset thing stuff. It is difficult. You need time, patience, and some level of understanding, and someone like me to motivate, so that you guys can just carry forward with whatever work you have. The only problem with Blender, I mean, not just Blender, but any kind of skills that you want to learn is a lot of practice is required. You just cannot do it once and just get things done in the first go. You have to be very careful while doing everything. You need to learn from the good sources, because if you don't learn from good source materials, then it is going to be difficult, right? So yeah, and you might think this is this is very difficult to do, and I do understand why you might feel something like that, but you got to do every bit of it. Unless you do it yourself, unless you try it yourself, you're not going to get a hold of what what you should be having, or what you should be doing when you create your own assets. So, and also understand that where there are some level of details that you are going to focus on. That's why it is going to take much longer. We could have just kept it as some one single block, and that would have done the job, but I don't want that. I don't want it to look bad and then you complain me, or maybe not, maybe even you will not complain to me directly, but you might feel that it is not looking that great, and that is exactly what I did not want. This video has to be a longer version again, and that's why I said that there is one more step remaining which we have to do later on in the next video. So we are still at 16 minutes for this video. There's a lot to do as well right now, and let's just stop. What I'll do is I'll just stop talking and just do this thing right in front of you, and maybe you can watch some other video by that time, or maybe you can just um, listen to some music. That would be a great thing to do right now, right? Listen to music, just be busy with something. I can see there are some mistakes that I'm doing right now, but just going to cover that very soon. So just look at these small faces that you have to keep focus on selecting, because if you don't select these faces, it is not going to look good. There are few some short small faces down here, and if you lose them, your texturing would look a bit off, and that is what you need to focus on while doing this stuff. Okay, so this part looks good. Let's move on to the back part. I know there are some mistakes that I've done. Now you can look at this, right, and just imagine how it is going to look once it is done. I understand that this is a very time consuming thing. It takes a very long time to complete this stuff, but once it is done, it is going to be very awesome, because you will have that feeling of achieving something, doing something that you otherwise wouldn't have. This is a time consuming process. Very few people can actually do so much while working on stuffs like this. because no one, very few people, I won't say no one, but very few people are patient enough, have the patience of continuing a project and completing it till it you know get the job done. Very few people are there who can spend so much time on details like this and complete the stuff. So just pat into your backs if you feel like you have done a great job. And even watching this video is a great way of you understanding what to do, when to do, how to do, because it is not that easy. It is difficult sometimes to get get hold of stuff like that in this detail. Yeah, sometimes I would be talking some rubbish, because while I'm working and also focusing on doing stuff, I usually tend to um, you know say words which have no meaning at all, so bear with me. Good, I think we are almost at the end of it. Just let's recheck everything. One block here, one block here. Yeah, just let's recheck everything. The front section is perfectly fine. Let's assign it to this one. Assign. Good enough. Now all we got to do is go to the shading panel. In the shading panel, we want to have a new material. Let's go here. Let's add one more material right here, and let's name it rusty metal. Okay, good. Now select this again, Control T, right? Control Shift T. Okay, cool. Control Shift T, and we need rusty iron. We want all of this to be there. Good. And all we got to do is we have to assign it, right? Let's go to this one, material, and where is the assign option? Where is the assign option? Did I forget where to assign from? Yeah, in the edit mode. Of course, assign option won't be available in object mode. My bad. Okay, so edit mode and assign it, and once we have assigned it, you can see that it looks great. Look at that. Yeah, the texturing is bad. I think we can just change it up a little bit. Okay, in the material preview mode. Yeah, let's unwrap it once again, and now it is unwrapped very nicely, I think. And what else is remaining? What else is remaining? Yeah, if it is assigned, now let's just deselect. Let's select all and unwrap it in a very spherical in a cube projection pattern or smart UV project. Yeah, smart UV project would do the job. Let's get to smart UV project, scale to bounce. Yeah, this is what I want, because I want every portion of it to be different, because otherwise it will just mess when we are going to do the remapping for it in the later part of the in the next video, I think. Yeah, and yeah, it looks nice, I think, except for the fact that the metal is not that metallic. So for that, what we can do is, in the roughness node, we can add one more part, or in the metallic node, if there is one metallic node right here. Yeah, here we have the metallic part. We can use a multi math node right between this, and just multiply it by some factor. Multiply by 0.5. 0.5 multiplication is going to decrease the metallic part, I feel. 1.5 would do multiplication twice, and maybe more. Is it even working? Yeah, adding it works. Yeah, something like this looks good. Or what I feel is we are just going to change the entire metal part. I think the metal is not looking that great. Let's just go for a new metal, rusty metal. It is, not looking that great. I think I will use that. This is not looking that great. It is seldom so much rusty that it will look so bad. But anyways, this happens a lot many times. You're going to change stuff a lot many times, and just bear with me. We're just going to remove that first. Let's get to this one. Let's just remove this one, and let's get to this one. Right, metal 21. Rusty iron, here we want it. Was it metal 21? Yes, metal 21. Is this metal 21? Yes, metal 21. So let's delete these things. I don't want this one. And I don't want this one. Now all we got to do is select this one, Control T, and all of these principled PSDF. Yes, this is looking much nicer, I feel. Yeah, this is what we wanted. Now the only part that is remaining right now is the backside portion, this one. We can anytime increase the metallicity of it, so don't worry about that metallic part. Control L will just select everything that is there, that is selected to this. It is not combined with other materials, so it is just easy. Assign it a name. Let's call it leather strap, strap. The name is not going to even matter even a little bit. Just we want the name to be there, just so that then we understand what is going on. Okay, let's call it leather leather. Let's principal DSDF leather, all of these principal DS setup, and in edit mode assign. Cool, look at this leather. I think what I can do is just increase the scale of leather to, let's say, something like 2, not 20, to 2. Yeah, this is looking much nicer, I feel, and I think that is it. One more part that is remaining is these metals, and I am going to just simply use short. I'll show you how to do that. Control L to select everything that is selected, that is connected to that one more group, and let's call this group as clip. Okay, let's assign it here. Let's go to the shading panel, and one more, and new, and clip. Right, all I want is to assign it here, and I want it to be very metallic and rusty, and less rough, more metallic. I think that would do the job. Let's look at this. Now the lighting part is also remaining. I think that we can do in one more lecture, so there will be 2 more lectures to come up. So then in the next lecture, what we are going to do is we are just going to first of all remap all of this and bake the material onto just one single material. Right now you can see that we have 1 2 3 4 shaders going on, right? And the size of it as well is very high. We have already seen it here, 1 2 3, and one more shader that is just 11 MB for just one shield is not great. It is not very optimized way of doing it. So what we are going to do in the next video is to just bake all of it to just one texture, so that we can have just one shader and everything will be working very fine. That is what we want to do in the next lecture. So if you like this kind of videos where I'm just making some models along with you, then please hit a like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel. This channel is just not about just Blender, and there will be other things that will be coming up very soon once the website Agaka Media Academy is done. So till then, for a few weeks or so, or 2 or more weeks or so, we are just going to focus again on Blender, and we'll be creating a few materials and few not materials, some models that you can use in Blender as games assets as well, and somewhere else also. The main point is, if you want some of these models to be made for your games or your any other VFX things or something like that, you feel free to contact me. Feel free to contact me in the comment section below, or maybe you can have the contact details on my website as well once the website is up. But for now, you can contact me on this YouTube channel as well. Just comment down your query in the comment section below, and I'll be very happy to build a few of these assets for you for good amount of money. I think we'll figure that out, and that is not the point right now. But yeah, if you want something like this to be made for yourself, feel free to ask me, is what I would say. Ask, and we'll be making a few of these for your games as well. Okay, see you guys in the next video. If you have any suggestions or queries, please comment down in the comment section below. Subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed to this channel. Share this video with your friends and families who would like to learn Blender and create these kind of awesome materials and awesome models for their various purposes. See you guys in the next video. Till then, keep smiling and keep learning.